I'ma just get straight to the point. School buses is the stairway to hell. Obviously the destination school, aka prison. But in these Call of Duty warfare-like zones, I learned a lot. A lot of bullshit, like stuff on how lucky the kids who get to drive or get dropped off from school are. Now, I may sound ungrateful, but in today's video, I am going to give you multiple reasons why the school bus is literal hell on earth. First, waking up in the morning at super early times. Now, I don't know if it was just me, it's definitely not only me, but waking up at super early times was a bummer. I would sit staring at the wall thinking on how the next 8 to 9 hours of my life was hell. Not only because I had school, but because I had to get up in time for the bus. Another tragic thing about the bus was if it came at a specific time, it either came then or 40 minutes later. And if you weren't there, just know that bus driver ain't waiting for you. We know how these goblins operate. They would dead see you running after the bus with your shoes, chopstick, and socks in your hand, and still speed off. But anyways, let's go more in depth on the main villain of the bus, the bus driver.
Crazy. Get the hell out there. Oh my god.
Now, I don't know what it is with these crack and meta fanatics, but they just know how to get on the last nerve. They're always screaming and stopping the bus over the most pettiest shit. Like students having their feet in the middle of the walkway. Now, personally, I may see what's wrong with having your feet in the walkway when people are passing, but if the bus is in motion, why does it matter? What makes this worse is if you dare say anything, they're gonna snitch. And we all know, when that principal walked on that bus, shit got mad quiet. So quiet, you can hear Logan Paul's girl sucking. Anyways, let's talk about the school bus breaking down. Now, when this atrocity happens, everything gets depressing. From heat so hot it can burn the rubber off tires, to individuals smelling like the cafeteria after eating whatever this is. But I digress. What makes this matter worse though, is if you're expected to go home as intended, you know, after a long day at school. Or because you got bullied for shaving your head too low and people would take off your do-rag. For some odd reason, this feels a little too familiar for my liking, or whatever the situation might be, and the bus just breaks down. It's just a straight mood killer. It got me from being happy to the most miserable individual of all time. Despite all these tragic occurrences, there's nothing worse than goblins who hog seats! Now, these stick figure contraptions just love having chairs to themselves. Now, you know, if they were built like Nick Avocado, I wouldn't even bat an eye. In fact, I'd run away. But why do these people do this? Like, you know damn well ain't nobody want to sit in the front. Cause the bus driver be tripping over anything and everything you say. And don't nobody want to sit next to the... My bad, bro. I didn't even mean it like that. But all in all, if you are one of these kids, please stop. Or I will come to your house and give you cookies. What, you thought I would end your bloodline over some stupid shit? Well, you are right. But anyways, let's move on to kids who fought on the bus. Now, when it came to fighting on the bus, shit was horrendous. Cause it would be sunshine and rainbows to Hurricane Katrina in a moment. And why is that, you may ask? Well, it's because these kids are savages. And let me tell you something. When kids don't have someone who could break up a fight, but kids who edge on saying fight, 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 it's any man's land at that point. And we all know how that goes. Niggas will start turning into a Super Saiyan in this bit. Not only that, they get a +10 attribute to every skill in the talent tree. And most importantly, they get an AoE attack. If anybody interferes, just know you catch a couple strays. But anyways, let's talk about roasting. Now, when it came to roasting on the bus, it always started lighthearted, you know? With jokes like, you built like a Hall of Fame plate cleaner. So boy, if you don't get your Freddy Krueger looking ass back. But you know, with all things in life, someone always has to ruin it. And start saying, that's why your aunt's out on the phone. That's why your mama had bullets for dinner. What dinner she got now? Which would result in some type of beef that would usually end by the time everybody got home. Also, whilst on the topic of roasting, if you laugh too hard, just know niggas gon' be at your dick. And the only way you could escape the scrutiny is if you were good at roasting or were a random. Alright, next, let's talk about bus rules. Now, bus rules were the epitome of bullshit. Like, for example, how's eating flavorless pizza and juice that's been stored in plastic for 5 years affecting you in any way? It's a disruptance. It cannot allow me to drive. Anyway, another bullshit rule, well, it's not really a rule, is when they allow girls to eat on the bus. Now, I don't know if there's some cognitive bias towards women, but when the hot Cheeto girl is eating like it's her last, it's not a problem. But when I want to eat some nuts, pause, it's an issue. But for the most part, that's what's really wrong with the school bus. Alright, most of it. Alright, half of it at least half. Never mind, a small amount. There's definitely a lot more issues the bus, you know, has. But that's for another video, you feel me? And if y'all want that video, just let me know. But besides that, I'm out. Peace.